back day today. Well, pull day to be more specific. I'm gonna add some biceps towards the end, but focusing on upper back and mid trap area. So gonna do some horizontal rowing. Um, but yeah, gonna keep it simple. Start off with a T-bar row, chest supported T-bar row. Go into a lat pull down, neutral grip. Uh, then do a chest supported horizontal row, which is similar to a T-bar row, just hitting the back from a little bit of a different angle, and I it feels good for me and gets my back pretty fired up. So, and then might end it with a well. To be honest, I haven't figured it out yet, but I guess we will see when we get there. For biceps, we're gonna do a plate loaded preacher curl machine um, that my gym has. It feels really good. I love it. I implemented it a few months ago again, and I really enjoy it. It has a good stretch, good squeeze, and then for the second movement, probably just do some standing cable curls, maybe some a different ISO bicep machine, but we'll see. Um, yeah, see you in the gym. All right, T-bar row. Already did one warm up set. I like to do a few warm up sets before I get into some really heavy pulling movements. Well, any movement anyway, but especially on back, you just kind of want to get some of that blood in there. When doing a warm up, you don't want to fatigue yourself too much. So, well, I already filmed one working set with a yap session, but the mic didn't pick it up, so hopefully it's picking this up. This will be second working set. I might have to do three just for the content, even though I usually stick to two on heavy compounds, but let's get into a second set here. Oh, yeah. Whew. Felt good. In the previous yap session I was talking about, I was working out with one of my buddies the other day, and I was telling him that the way I used to train was like really slow and controlled, the whole science-based lifter stuff, RP stuff, And I think within context, it's good, but for me, I even with straps on pull day, when I would control the eccentric a lot, I would tend to just feel my biceps and forearms because I was controlling the weight so much. Um, so I sped it up a little bit, sped my reps up, the eccentric a little bit more, and I don't feel it in my biceps and forearms half as much as I did as when I was controlling the absolute snot out of it. So that's what my little rant is about there, I guess. But I think that'll be it. That was 2 working sets. First one I got 10. This one I got, what was it, 8 or 9. So yeah, I'm not gonna do another one. This is a pretty taxing movement. My back is already pretty fired up. I think we are going to go into a lat pull down. I know I said it's like a mid upper back focus day, but I still like to always do a pull down any day. If it's lat day, upper back day, I'm gonna do a pull down. Pull downs are amazing. I love pull downs. They're my favorite back movement. Yeah, I will unrack this weight and go to the lat pull down. All right, we're gonna have to film this one way zoomed out because I can't get a good angle from where this machine is placed in the gym. But we'll try to make it work. For this one, I used to always pull with my arms here, but it just feels awkward at this point. So I pull more shoulder width apart, a little bit wider than shoulder, and I pull down kind of to below, beneath my chin, I should say, or chin height, not touching the chest, because that's, I don't know, I just, when you're moving heavy weight, you can't really get that squeeze. But yeah, that's again, that's just me. If you can squeeze, touch the chest, go for it if you feel it better. For me, I don't, because that, I don't know, maybe my lats are too big. You know what I mean? But let's get into this set. Well, my back is definitely feeling it after doing 2 movements prior to this one. Definitely not as much weight I was pulling as last week, or previous back day, I should say, but that's all right. It's not about that. It's going to muscular failure, right? So, all right. Hopefully, this is a better angle. I'm not using the tripod. All right, vertical row. You may be wondering why I'm wearing a lifting belt. Honestly, for dramatic effect. Makes the waist more snatched, giving the illusion of a bigger back. So, All right. I was watching the other footage back of the previous set, and I noticed I wasn't flaring my elbows as much as I would like to. I was kind of bringing them in on a 45. And I think which it's good. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm trying to target mid upper back, so um, that is not optimal to train the mid upper back. It's more lat focused then. So I'm gonna try to make a conscious effort to pull a little bit more 90-degree elbow. Probably won't be 90, but a little more flared. All right. I felt it as soon as the reps started getting heavier. My elbows started to go in a little bit. So, all right. I'm not sure about this angle, but this is the bicep movement that I really enjoy. It just feels good throughout the whole portion of the movement. So, still just warming up, getting some blood in the biceps. I know I just hit back, so there's a little bit of blood flow in there, but if I want to go decently heavy on this, don't want to tear my biceps. I'm sure you've all seen that video of the infamous preacher curl bicep tear, but let me find another plate here. And there we are. Time to heave. Oh, there we are. For this one, I don't like to sit with the seat too high because then you can't get a very deep stretch. But if you're sitting too low, you use a lot of front delt and shoulder to try to pull that weight up. So find out what's the right height for you. I'm a taller guy, so a lot of these movements have to be manipulated a little different than the average height dude or female, whatever you are. All right, second set, commencing. All right, third and final set of this machine. After this, Honestly, I'm thinking a straight bar cable curl. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, gang. This set I'm gonna do a little bit differently. I'm gonna do the close grip as opposed to the wide grip, and then kind of have my elbows a little in front of me. That way I can dig them into my sides. Well, gentlemen, that concludes the first back day of the week. I realize I say a lot, so forgive me for that. I'm still kind of new to this whole YouTube thing. But I want to try to stop saying so much to fill the empty spots of my talking. But I was watching some of the footage as I was just sitting in the car after the gym, and I realized that on some of the pulling movements, well, they're all pulling movements. What am I saying here? On some of the chest supported stuff, I would tend to pull at it like almost a 45 and then like lock my elbows back, which that's what you want to do, but I don't know how to explain it in the video. But if you look, I don't know. I'm not pulling with my upper back, you know what I mean? So I'm glad I caught that. And I filmed my sets before, but for some reason I never really realized that. I guess because I'm posting it, I'm nitpicking more. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I was still pulling with my back, but I want to work on the upper back, mid upper back, to try to get some of that thickness. My back lacks quite a bit of detail, so that's what I'm trying to work on now. But if I continue doing my reps like that, then I'm using mainly my lats, and my lats have come up quite a bit. They were a weak point as of last year, beginning of last year, but then all my back days were pretty much lat focused, and I think I brought them up quite a bit. I had some critiques tell me, or some critics tell me that it was definitely a lot better this year than it was last year, my lats. So now I just need to work some of that back depth and back density And if I keep pulling with my lats like that, that's not going to happen. So I'm telling you guys, keep me accountable for that. Um, there goes saying but overall, it was a good back day. My back is sore. I was posing after my session, and it was hard holding the poses because my back was sore. And after I was just relaxing, my back was throbbing. So I would I would say that's successful. I would say that's a sign of a successful back day or pull day, I should say. Biceps are good too. Um, but yeah, that was the first back day of the week. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.